Let's get into the draft for game number 3 here as the Alliance takes on the Horde, the West takes on the East. But again, the Horde is truly the best. I want some troll picks, and I don't mean Zul'jin. I want actual troll picks.
I actually wouldn't mind Zul'jin. If we're talking about long, sustained team fights in those choke points, the more auto attacks you get, the stronger you get.
Where's my Raynor at? You know, we didn't get to see him in all that yet this tournament. I don't think we're going to see him in the grand finals, and I don't know when that rework that's even, if it's even happening, that rumor that's always floating around. When's the Raynor rework? I don't know. I want to see him.
One thing I would like to see from these teams would be, once they get the first objective, heavy priority into mid, and then trying to capitalize on, rather than focusing on the fort beforehand, before prepping up the keep, is just go into a double keep play. Like something that can spawn like a new Barak or something that's better to be able to tank it, and just go for the double keep as fast as possible as they get a wipe, and then again rely on, you know, the siege later on to get the fort.
I know a hero that can do that.
Dread's seen 2 games and he's figured it out.
I haven't figured it out, but again, based on the idea of like trying to be able to break the game, that's one of the first things I would do. And you know, if anybody paid attention at all to some of the decision making we made way back when I used to be a player, I love backdooring keeps and cores. Like that's one of my favorite things to do, is manipulate the map around that. So I would like to see that here in this game.
Seems like it could be good here. Yeah. Sylvanas.
Yeah, that would be a great way to make it happen, you know, disable it out.
I need to check all the narrow passageways on how you can sneak to get the core at the beginning. A Sylvanas Greymane with like an Artanis or something, or a keep. That's a keep in 45 seconds.
I have to make a little point here. You know, I'm very confident about this. Chromie was banned already. West wasted the ban here.
Oh my goodness.
That's all.
Honestly, that's going to set West so far back in the draft. I mean, but I can't help but feel like it's very apt that Chromie, in fact, is the one that got double banned, because, you know, she adjusted time, she was able to manipulate that, so she came back twice. You know, in Chromie's world, it's just been one ban.
Our bans are fully focusing on the Black Morass here. When you go into the, you know, caverns of time, as Chromie takes you back to try and stop Midi from opening the Dark Portal. It all makes sense now.
It absolutely makes sense.
There you go. Thank you, Dread. I'm glad you confirmed.
I just remember going against Chromie to get my my Bronze Drake, I believe it was.
You went against Chromie. She was helping you, and
she was helping. No, I went there. I
Drake.
found her, and then she's like, "Do this event or do this dungeon." That was one of my favorites.
There was an infinite dragon that you had to get to in the timer.
Yeah,
to be able to,
easy.
There you go.
Easy.
You got your Bronze Drake.
Oh yeah.
Along with 99.9% of the rest of the WoW.
Yeah, but my
universe.
favorite was the Obsidian. What was the one with the big lava wave thingy?
Obsidian Sanctum.
Yeah.
With
no.
Sartharion.
Yeah, that one. It's been a long time.
I learned about Obsidian. I learned about Obsidian in 8th grade. You know,
nice.
the rock, when I was studying rocks and minerals, you know, and sand and stuff like that.
Just so you guys know.
Yeah. By the way, I'm pretty sure during those days, despite me not knowing any lore,
Okay.
I think our guild was like the second to take down Yogg back in the day on
Yogg Saron.
And when you
Zero
say
lights,
that, when you say that guild, you were just a part of it while the rest of the people carried.
Well, I was number 200 on my server.
I'm sure you were.
Number 200.
Man.
It's there.
On my server, the worst server that existed.
You've opened this can of worms. Was it Zero Lights or was it base Yogg Saron?
You know what? It's too long to remember, but I'm pretty sure.
Somebody please send help. I don't know what anyone is talking about.
I'm the same boat. I'm sitting here thinking,
I need help. I'm chained to the desk. I don't know how to get out.
For anyone who's ever listened to me, like anytime somebody makes a lore meme, it just goes right over my head. And just with how many we hear players getting thrown out, I'm just sitting here in awe, just like, where is this coming from?
I mean, I've just been instructed by my producer to do more lore. So there's Arthas gone.
I'm pretty sure that's not true.
What?
What do you mean? Isn't that Lily's cousin?
Arthas. Yeah.
That was
Wait,
really
is
good.
that
Yes,
actually
their blood? Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Actually, in fact, we get to see, spoiler alert, a little bit into the Arthas' sister soon in BFA, or at least a little bit of the story into that. So that's cool.
Yeah, Rhonda.
No! Stop getting lore wrong!
Seriously.
Wait, were you talking about the Chromie?
No! I'm being baited.
You know, if the East really wanted to get into this a little bit, they could ban Yrel here. You know, I heard that the initial impression of Yrel is super powerful, and we haven't seen her yet. It would be fun to see her in this show match. You know, why not bring it out here?
They have the Greymane. They have a TPS support. If they get the Sylve here,
Bust it.
Dude, somebody, if they do this.
Give me lust. Give me lust.
That would
Wait,
be
no, I
nice.
was thinking about Sylvanas and backdooring keeps.
But actually, I think
Lust is a
that,
great part of that.
You
guys,
can do it 45 seconds in.
what's really important here is that the Horde has banned both Medivh and Gul'dan, so they do not want to go through the Dark Portal. These two forces joined together to be able to work into Azeroth. However, now they're both gone, so how are they going to get to Azeroth?
Is that the thing that brought me, you know, once I got past Vanilla and Burning Crusade? Is that the
That
portal?
portal?
Is that Gul'dan?
It's dark.
That's, yeah.
Is it?
That one, yes.
I didn't know that.
I've got another lore question for you. Why does Rhaegar, he could transform into a wolf, right? I know
Yes.
I've brought this up before. He can transform into a wolf, but so why does he wear the hat of a wolf on his head? That's like, if I could turn into, you know, a clown, I wouldn't just put a clown mask on top of my head that I could use anytime I wanted. I could just turn into a clown, right? Why would I have like a clown mask if I could just become a clown, right? I don't know, like
Hashtag
what?
logic.
I'm pretty sure he was part of the Frostwolf clan. Let me check.
I mean, like, why
Actually, here you're
does
typing.
he have that? Like, why does he have that on his head? That doesn't make any sense.
Did you know Rhaegar was...
Explain it to me.
Did you know Rhaegar owned Varian? He was the owner of Varian when Varian was a gladiator in the pits. And Varian fought alongside Valera in said pits.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know this?
No.
Wow, there you go.
Is Varian his original name, or was that converted and we never got to know his original name until, you know, encapsulated within
Varian's
So he's
name
born
was
Varian?
Logosh?
Yeah, he has the Logosh skin
typically-
in game.
Yeah.
Right? Because typically champions are kind of retitled whenever they go into that type
Yeah,
of
I
system.
just got.
Oh!
While we do have a draft going, they picked an Illidan into a Cassia Lily, but the more important pick here
Yeah, that's a little bit out there, isn't
is
it?
the Gaslow.
We've been ignoring this draft for quite a while.
There's my Zagara.
Hey!
Yo, look at how much spawning in Siege, though. I actually think this is the Lust double spawn. I actually think West is going for the backdoor onto the keep.
Yeah,
Because the
maybe.
new Barak with Zagara getting the summons into place, and then you just get the Lust with the double auto in the Greymane Siege. Oh, West, please don't let me down here with this one.
I think they just picked heroes they liked and into the
Hey, let me
blinds.
believe in this one thing. He gets his lore, I get my backdoor of the keep.
Dude, I'm having the best time. This does not feel like work in the slightest.
I just wanted Sylvanas, so
Feels bad.
I feel like I got placed into like the wrong math class, you know? Like it's above my head. Like I feel like I'm in a different world right now. Like
It's time for predictions.
I almost feel like I need to give Wolf a hug. West,
West,
because
because Alliance.
the Alliance.
And because I flip-flop not only to fit whatever cheese I wanted to play with in World of Warcraft, I'm going to flip-flop here for what hopefully cheese we get out of West. I'm going West.
you picked a Illidan into a Cassia Lily, so I'm gonna have to go east.
That's right. We're for the Horde again. Let's go. It's time. I hear the cheers for the Horde. That's right. Let's see what Twitch chat thinks as well going into game number 3 in this 1-1 tiebreaker situation. No! Stop getting the percentages wrong as well.
Just saying, they're clearly voting for Alliance, not West, but Alliance. I don't even know why they have that West logo on there.
I'll have you know, I went back and
People are
checked chat.
Are they
booing.
booing? Wow, we've never actually
People are
gotten that.
booing. Yes, good job. That's right. The Horde is the best. Let's check in with the commentators as well. Confirm that the Horde is the best. That's right. Cheer.
That's amazing.
Cheer.
They're amazing.
Oh, the Frostwolves stand ready, and
right,
we
yes.
are ready as well.
Let's go.
You know what's interesting, right, is that there's a Wolf on Alliance, on the West, yet Wolf himself doesn't actually vote for them.
Shenanigans.
Thinking.
Shenanigans. It's fine. Double Agent Rhaegar will get us to victory here as we are heading into game number 3, the last All-Stars game before the grand finals. And Skibby, who's on the West?
Well, on the West, we have the Alliance, the only team you should ever scream and shout for, and it is going to be Crowan playing Greymane, Vanilla on Rhaegar, Glaurung playing Illidan, Bad Benny on Anubarak, and Mayne on Zagara.
And on the right-hand side, representing the Horde and Team East, it's going to be Meng on Junkrat, Bowie 005 on Cassia, Hugo on Lily, Hooligan on Diablo, and giving it the clamps, it's going to be a Luful on the Gaslow.
Well, we asked for some specialists, and those specialists definitely did deliver this time, Tetcher. We got some very interesting compositions, and I actually have to echo the sentiment that Dread said, and it all starts off with an early kill like that. First blood before 20 seconds.
Wow, that is aggressive. As we see them take down the first tower using that Illidan evasion, and Illidan backing out. Meanwhile, Zagara is split pushing bot lane. Already huge value from the opening seconds of the map for the Team West.
Yeah, after last game, they realized what the strategy is for this map. It's split push, it's pressure, it's XP, and it's all about buying time, especially for those prisoner camps. That seems to be the big one for me, as we have to wait for that 3-minute mark for it to spawn on out. So West, based on what they did last game, they had a pick comp. They once again weren't able to find as many picks as the East were in game number 1, but they start off 20 seconds into this one, Tetch, and say, no, this is how we do it. This is how we beat a Cassia comp.
And that was into a Gazlo as well. Well known for being a fairly defensive hero, but if he has no time to set up, he will get absolutely wrecked here as Alufal begins to burn them down. Lasers for good measure. Turrets, and with the help of Bowie, that will be the null camp being taken by Team East. But on the other side, flipped around, the double wolves, the Wolf brothers of Greymane and the Rhaegar here, able to take another null camp for themselves.
And we talk about synergy here. We've got the language advantage on the West, and we have the language, or actually, sorry, the thematic advantage with those double wolves. Alliance and Horde coming together under one banner. We've got a mole amongst our ranks. Maybe that's enough for us to claim victory in this best of 3, as once again, we're diving deep.
They're looking for Meng. Does he have a mind? Nope. As he gets taken out, Glarog just dodging the total mayhem, but here comes Hooligan looking for the Illidan here. Easy kill. And that is going to be the first kill that Team East has been able to acquire.
And to be very careful there when you collapse onto that Junkrat, otherwise he'll punish you from the grave. They manage to disengage, but not far enough as Hooligan collapsing with that Shadow Charge. Very close to almost finding a second kill.
As we see here, bursting light. Is that what that talent is coming in from Cassia? It's very rare to see, but that is the stun-activated blind. Pretty good against Illidan, as it also, I believe, increases the radius of the blind.
Well, you know what's going to be happening. You're going to get dived upon by an Anubrag, by an Illidan, potentially going to see the hunt come out across as well. And it really does punish what he's able to achieve. Not the highest in terms of attack damage, but all about that attack speed as a second gank comes across, this time to the top lane. Do they need extra members? They'll use them anyway. They don't respect the 1v1, and the West picking up another clean kill.
Alufal's having a pretty rough game so far. He's gone for Goblin Repairs to try and gain some sustain for the late game, but it's not that useful if you can never get the globes and are always dead, so even less globes. And he's also gone for Clockwork Steam Fist, looking for that maximum defensive build to zone away from the objective with those turrets. But right now, he is struggling, but nice little kill onto Mene here.
Zagara gets taken on down. Prisoner camps are available. Hugo and Lily has actually gone for a full dragon build so far as well, looking to try and give us a bit of a flashback to when that was the most optimal build. You were doing more DPS than your true DPS plays, the best character to play in Hero League if you want to try and cover every single role, tank, support, and DPS.
This is where we start getting Reddit threads of, he went full dragon build, doesn't he know that healing build's the best? Does he even play this game? But the fact is, it's pretty likely that they haven't been practicing Lily, but it's going to be synergizing very well with the Cassia here. As we head into level 7s for both teams, cleanse picked up for the Rhaegar. Gazlo continuing to go down his defensive turret route with the engine gunk, going for those slows.
That's what I mean. Hugo is fully committing to the cause. He won't pick up cleanse. They don't need the cleanse. They're going straight damage, all about that blind that Cassie can emit. That's where they're going to put all their eggs into. And, well, easy for the Horde. They pick up that prisoner camp, and they start off at 4 minutes into this one with the cavalry.
Yeah, but the fact is, while that's happening, West have taken a fort, and they're moving into top lane. The Gnolls are taken as a distraction. That mine by Gazlo was very late. As in comes the cavalry, defensive cavalry. First we have seen as Glarog gets wrecked by Bowie.
He tries to do some fancy feet there, but only buying himself some time. As the fancy feet happen up here in the top lane for another kill. The West looking to really neutralize what this cavalry can achieve for the Hordes, as we have a healthy 1-level lead. And I really do, I want to see Bloodlust come out here.
I could not agree with you more. This comp could be huge with it, especially if we see acid-drenched mandibles from Anubarak. A little bit of extra damage there. Zagara, the only one who that maybe doesn't synergize. She's gone for the extra range and single burst of the Envenom Spine, but it could still work. She does okay auto-attack damage, but no serrated spine memes here to get that consistently stacking auto-attack damage.
So Glaurung up there in the top lane is going to start that boss on his own, utilizing the evasion to make sure that his health bar stays pretty well topped up. And the East are going to look to try and claim whatever advantage they can from the remnants of this cavalry. It only remains in this middle lane. Can they try and pick up a fort? It seems to be this they can, as the West are split to the East and to the West themselves, ironically enough.
Benny getting zoned out by the Gaslo turrets there. Exactly what Alufal has been trying to achieve. I'd be curious on... Well, Illidan gets another kill onto Gaslo there. I'd be curious to know what his Clockwork Steam Fist stacks are.
It's all over.
It's all over?
He's gone Ancestral Healing.
The meme is dead. Although, the meme's alive on the other side. Gravo Bomb, 3,000 coming in. And Water Dragon? Lily just doesn't want to heal as Water Dragon. And the Ball Lightning comes in onto Glaurung. And he's walking away. Lightning Breath and Zap. Nice kill there by Bowie. Why hasn't Junkrat picked his 10 yet?
If it's not Riptide, I don't know what it could be. We do
There's one other option if it's not Riptide.
Come on, you're ruining my narrative. It sounded so picture perfect right there, but they do buy themselves a lot of time in the West. As a result of the collapse by Glaurung, they do pick up a boss in the bottom lane.
The boss pressure could be good here. No keeps are currently under threat. And with Vanilla taking a little bit of damage, he's still able to back up. In comes the healing totem, and it gets wiped pretty quickly by Hooligan.
Zagawa still pushing top lane. Once again, that seems to be the theme of this map, Tetra. Push, push, push.
Yep.
Try and bait out as many resources as possible and find advantages in other areas of the map, especially when those prisoner camps are available. But the West find a little bit of value with that boss. They pick up a fort, and those prisoners will be available in 30 seconds as Glaurung once again goes back for round number 2 on this boss.
You mentioned it earlier, just how important, by the looks from what the games we've seen, macro play can be on this map, whereas the macro team seems to gain the advantage. Zagara with the Nidus Worm is playing the map as best as she can. Illidan with the Hunt, able to join his team from anywhere else on the map. In terms of macro advantage, it is hugely in favor of the West. In terms of wombo teamfight potential, the East have an incredible comp.
I mean, we saw the East do this last game where they picked up the boss camp. They didn't even push with it. Then they went straight for that prisoner camp and said to their opponents, basically, hey, you can either lose some structures or we'll pick up this camp and we'll free this prisoner and you'll lose more. So it's a tough situation to be in, but so far the East are looking to commit to this one because the West is so damn close to level 13. Curse the Bullet comes across to try and find some burst potential onto Diablo, and the Ball Lightning is just going to be disengaged from.
A little bit of damage is dropped there, but there were no blinds on any of the heroes, so the Ball Lightning, not as much damage as before. The double split push, Maina Glaurung still going down, and they're getting close to keep range. Boss still pushing in the top lane, that's getting close to creep range. This is a lot of pressure being applied here by Team West using this macro play. Water Dragon dropped pretty early, and is just straight up blocked by the Nerubian armor.
Yeah, here you go saying, look, I got a dragon. I'm not afraid to use it. I know how to tame it. And he does some damage with it. But the East, that's the real big narrative for me, is they've managed to hold on. For the meantime, have I spoken too soon? Because there's the Lightning Breath from Hooligan doing as much as he can, not only to try and kill some members, but to burst Hugo out of that web wrap. And it was too little too late. The level 13 advantage, the split members of the East, allows the West to punish and pick up a kill, making Diablo not so scary anymore.
Yeah, he's not so scary, but I really do like that move. As you mentioned, the fact is he knew he was going to die. Lightning Breath wasn't going to set anyone up for kills, so he did what he could. He saved Lily. She would have been completely alone and isolated if that had not happened. So nice little move there by Diablo.
Pressure in the bot lane once again, but here could be the
Water
Wombo.
Dragon.
That's the dragon into Riptide. And a lights out for Glaurung.
Nice kill there. The slow is setting up for this. In comes Hooligan, looking for Vanilla. Ball Lightning in with the Fend as well, but Vanilla backing up as Crowan begins to burst down Hooligan. Reinforcements. See ya, Hooligan.
Diablo's so low without those souls. His health pool is diminished, and he drops on down as Bowie
It's not where you want to be.
as J-Hal would say, run it down.
He runs into keep range, into fort range, gets taken out. Gaslo has a couple turrets up here. Oh, that's bad news. Let's be very quiet. We don't want to wake Lily.
The suspension is there.
Oh gosh, he's awake.
Those women
I'm
collapses.
absolutely wrecked.
The observers know what we're talking about. The 3-man collapse, they get the kill. And now, maybe just now, the West can actually get onto this prisoner camp, get some of that duration acquired. and look to try and close things out as they are well on their way to level 16, acquiring a massive advantage over the counterparts.
Zoning Benny working very effectively here. Junkrat only able to really just send in a little bit of siege. In comes the slight interrupt, but Benny interrupting the interrupt as such. So far, they're able to keep this under control. 20 seconds left as in comes Hooligan to try and force Benny away, to give them the chance for the channel. In comes the guards to channel this out, and that will, even though Lightning Breath was burned,
they're not stopping it.
The prisoner escaping.
Do finally, though. I was watching for a second thinking, are they just going to chase? Are they not even going to give it the benefit of the doubt? Because speaking of, there's the hunt. Bang, and he's gone. Diablo taken on down, Ball Lightning and the blind onto multiple members, but that will not be enough to prevent death for the second member. And there's a web wrap onto a Panda. Lily, as pretty as she may be, is getting battered and bruised and chased on down. It's a triple kill.
Kind of surprised Meng didn't really follow up with the Riptide there on the 4-man Water Dragon there. They maybe could have got a counter kill. Instead, it's a triple kill for the West here as Meg drops damage onto Maina. In comes a noob looking for that kill. Instead, it's just going to be a keep. And Gazlo, Alooful, is zoning Glaurung away, making it the best use possible of that Clockwork Steam Fist talent.
Look, all I'm saying, though, Tetra, is the fact that we have Rhaegar on our team, the Wolfman himself, and when Wolf the caster doesn't even vote for them, you know that we're going to win.
Extra large bombs coming in. Grabo Bomb just sort of delivers Vanilla onto Gazlo here as Alooful goes down. Here comes the channel, and that will absolutely be the cavalry coming in for Team West.
Hooligan doing whatever he can to try and make something happen, but he roots himself. He spits some fire. The Ball Lightning collapses. But the Ancestral to stabilize the members as the Water Dragon now onto Glaurung. He managed to jump away, friend or foe at level 4 coming in clutch.
Very nice talent, very helpful here as the cavalry do come in. Diablo's still dead for another 20 seconds here. Super bad news. We may just end up having to see a Riptide used for wave clear like we sometimes see on Brax's Holder.
Yeah, would not be surprised. But so far they seem to be holding on. Lanes are pushing out, however. Look how the West are actually playing this one. Nobody's in the bottom lane so far. They're leaving that one to its own device because the keep has already dropped. You'll see 2 members in the middle, 2 members in the top. And they're once again trying to break up the power combo that the East have.
Aloof, nice use of the extra large bombs, he's holding the minion wave little so they can focus onto the cavalry. Fend comes in as the keep drops low, but it will survive here. But a nice sneaky push in here by the West, moving on to Dragvar. He's still got 2 levels of armor. In comes the healing totem. They're just poking in here, seeing if they can catch anyone out, if anyone from the East makes a mistake, and buy time for the distraction as the mid lane goes down.
And it does. That's another bit of percentage or another bit of armor chunked away from the core.
They're going for the top one as well.
He's looking to try and survive. His health bar is still falling on down from just passive minion damage. That's going to be the final keep, the final nail in the coffin as the web wrap is there onto Lily. They're going to try and turn their attention onto Bowie, and that they do. Cassia falls on down into a double kill on towards Diablo. And this looks to be like West picking up their 3rd victory, their 3rd map. And GG.
GG indeed. Nicely played. West take the victory.